welcome, it's iRonix here, and today we are going to be doing story time. Yep, that is right, we're going to be doing... What do you want from me, mate? We're going to be doing story time. And I have to keep it down a bit because my mom's in bed, so... But anyway, today we're going to be doing story time. I'm doing this video, like, because, like, Chris, aka Crazy Infamous, aka Infamous, inspired me to do this because he done a story time, and people seem to like it, so I suppose I'm going to do some story time. So thank you very much, Chris. And I actually need to do something, but I've got a timer on my thing because I need to record my capture card if I want it to, like, record my voice, because it's like a really bad capture card. If I want it to record my voice, I'm gonna have to put a timer on, and I have to record it for 15 minutes. Like, are you mad? 15 minutes. But I can always edit the video so it can be more than 15 minutes. But anyway, as long as the audio is good, right? But anyway, so today we are going to be doing story time, and Chris, Infamous, thanks for inspiring me to do this. You actually, like, helped me a lot, and guys, go check his channel out in the description, and he's also doing a little offer thing, but you can go find out more about that on his channel, and he'll explain it all. So yeah, thanks Chris. But anyway, let's get into the actual story. So this was the day I found out that Santa did not exist, and then yeah, it's like two stories linked with one. So basically, the day I found out that Santa did not exist, so yeah, basically what I was doing, I was like, just sat there Christmas Eve, bored. I was like, I don't know, like 5 years old, 6 years old, so it really disappointed me, but I was a smart, moody kid then. So, yeah. So what happened then, this is a true story, by the way, but, what happened then is, I was, like, sitting there, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, and, I was just sat there, watching some TV, bored, because I'm 5, and there's nothing to do, because I didn't have my console, because my PlayStation 2 broke, and yeah. So, basically, I don't know what I just done on Elder Scrolls, but... What? My health just went up. Oh well. Anyway, basically what happened is, I was just there. I get an early Christmas present because, like, on Christmas Eve I get to open it at night, but now it doesn't really matter, because I don't really open an early Christmas present, because, like, there's no point. There's more to open when when it's in the morning on Christmas. But even though Santa doesn't exist, I still leave my mum to get me the presents that I want. I tell her, like, one present, and then she gets me it, and then gets the rest. But it's usually like a really expensive present that I tell her, and then she gets me little presents around about 11 presents altogether. So basically, I was just sat there asking my mum, can I open my present now? She's like, no. So I was just sat there bored again, and eventually my mum actually let me open my present. Can you believe it, guys? She actually let me open my present. So finally my sister opened hers straight up. Like, my mum didn't even tell her not to open it, she just opened it, and then she got something that she could actually play with. It was like this little flippy toy where you switch the you flick the switch, and then it, like, does flips. I forgot what it's called. It's a little, like, set thing, so you maybe heard of it, but it was really cool. And then she could, like, play with that for ages, and she wouldn't even, like, stop playing with it. But so this was also a disappointment for me. So I'm about to open mine. My mom's like, no, don't open that, you'll be disappointed because you won't on Christmas if you open it. So I'm like, okay. And that got me a bit suspicious, because I'm like, how would you know what I got in my present? Like, didn't Santa give it to me? But I didn't say that. I just kept it in my head. Alright, now next. I opened the present, and like, it wasn't like the one that my mom told me to get, sorry. It was a different one that I was allowed to actually open. So, and it was a pair of socks from my auntie, because she was like living in our house at that time, because like she lost her flat technically, so she was living in our house. My cousin Owen was here as well, but they got their own presents. My mum didn't buy them their, like, all of their presents, their mum did. So she got me socks, and I could swear down that they were from my wardrobe anyway. So, like, really? You're gonna give me my own socks for Christmas? Okay, but I'm not entirely, they were really cool socks, and I didn't really recognize them that well, but I could swear she just went up into my room, got me a pair of socks, because I sort of did recognize them, but I don't know. But anyway, so I'm sleeping, and then my mom likes to do like little things, like to convince me that he existed. So at night I went to bed a bit suspicious, but then like she was throwing rocks on the roof above my dad was on the other side of the house and throwing rocks on the roof of my sister's bedroom thing, and it just sounded like Santa. Like, I was like, oh my god. And then she eventually stopped, and then like there was like paw things on the door knocking and stuff. My dog was barking his head off. No, not my dog, sorry, my cat Ali. He was like meowing, meowing, meowing. I'm like, shut up. I was very moody then, because like I was just bored out of my brains. But anyway, so I finally got sleep, woke up in the morning, and went downstairs, and there was tons of presents, and my mum catches me trying to open my presents without the family. She's like got really moody about like, you think you can open the presents without me and that. So I'm like, I'm sorry. So I end up opening the presents in like half an hour when my sister actually wakes up. My brother didn't really open the presents with us because he's like way older than I was, like 5, so he was 14, 15 years old, so he had like lines and stuff, so he opened his presents later on. But my mum still made him get up pretty early, like roundabout. We got up at like 6:30, 7 because we were young. My sister was 7, I was 5. I told you I was 5, I'm just saying my sister was 7, but she was like all happy when she actually woke up half an hour later. I could swear it was maybe 15-20 minutes later, but I was like, oh, come on Mia, get up. She's like, and then eventually I tell her later on, when my mum tells me to go back to bed, she's like, I go get her, and I'm eventually like, Mia, you do know it's Christmas, right? And she's like, Christmas, presents. So then she runs downstairs, and I'm like, wait for mum. And then she, like, my dad, before that was like always, because we were like more ambitious now at like 5 to go get our presents, my dad usually wakes us up, because like really early, because we didn't really mind. My dad usually woke us up really early and was like, let me check if Santa's gone. But we were a bit older, so he just let us go downstairs. So we eventually got down there, and then I was opening my presents and opening my presents and opening my presents. There was a lot of presents because I was 5 and I got a lot of presents. So my mum was like giving me all these presents. I'm like, ooh. And then finally I got to the biggest one. I always leave like the biggest one last. And then eventually I got there, and my mum's like, wait, stop. Let me get a picture. Let me get a video of this. And she's like, she starts videoing. So, but as she's videoing, I look at the handwriting of like, there was a little present in the corner like that I wasn't supposed to open until later on, because when my nan was here. But like, there was a present, and I before, like, I don't know if my mom actually knows this, but when I went downstairs, that was the present that I was opening, and then I like threw it down when she saw when she like came downstairs, so I threw it down. But I somehow memorized the handwriting, and it's like the gift from my nan and my mum and like all sorts. So Yeah, and then as she tells me to stop, let me get a video. I'm looking at the label, what it says. And I'm a smart kid then. I was pretty smart for a 5-year-old. So like, I look at it, I'm just circling around like this barrier place. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so I'm looking at this handwriting, seeing what it says. It says, to Oliver, Happy Christmas from Santa. This is a big present. Like, and it said that. I'm not even joking. This is a true story. I promise you guys, this is a true story. But like, it just says that, and then I don't know why, but I was really suspicious, as I told you. But like, I sort of remembered the handwriting on the other present that I told you about earlier that I was opening, and then it was the same handwriting as Santa's, apparently. So like, I was like, Mum, why is this handwriting the same as your one? And she's like, my sister's like, what? And she checks it, and then it is like, that's the day me and my sister found out. And then my mum said, no, he's real. And then like later on, we were coming back from Oxford, and I just keep hounding my mum and my sister, saying, does Santa really exist? Does he really exist? Tell us the truth. And then like, she tells us, yes, he does. And I'm like, Mum, I know that you're lying because I caught you. And then she's like, well, what do you think, Mia? And she's like, yes, he does exist. And then what do you think, Ollie? No, he doesn't exist. And then like, my mum's like really mean, like, because she doesn't want us to be disappointed. We knew that the Easter Bunny didn't exist before that. I actually started crying. I'll tell you about that another day, but that was like, right, that's a really short story, so I'm not even sure if I'll do that. But anyway, so my mum is like, no, he doesn't exist. No, oh, sorry about that, guys. He does exist. This was a long time ago. This was like 6-7 years ago. Actually, I'm 10, nearly 11 now. Like one more month and then I'm 11. So technically, yeah, 6 years ago. And my mum, this was, so it's quite hard to remember. So my mum is like, he does exist, and then like, she asks my sister, do you think he exists? My sister says yes, and then am I repeating this? I'm not even sure. I need to hurry up because my time is about to run out. But like, she's like, no, yes, he does exist. I'm like, no, he doesn't. And then she's like, oh, it's an unfair ratio. I'm not going to tell you now. And then I'm like, Mum. So she eventually says, no, he does not exist. And that was the day, guys, I found out that Santa does not exist. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story, little story there. Hopefully we'll have some more stories if it happens like recently, or I can remember. But I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you drop a like if you did, and if you can subscribe, I would appreciate it a lot. And this is iRonix signing out.